In this video, we're going to create these three buttons here to allow us to switch between the images. I'm going to create this image inside of the Illustrator. You can use any other application you feel familiar with, but I'm going to use Illustrator and then import this image to Photoshop and save it as transparent PNG. So inside of Illustrator, File, New, and 800 by 600 is fine. Now I'm going to select the Eclipse tool, click somewhere in the center of the stage, and I'm going to create the element with the width and height of 12 pixels. Now I zoom in to see a little bit better. With the Eclipse selected, I'm going to the stroke palette. I'm increasing the weight to 2 points, and I'm making sure that the stroke is inside. Now, before I move any further, if I zoom out a little bit, okay, now I'm going to create some background so that I can actually see all these elements. If I open the layers panel, now the layer within which I'm working, and move this background to the bottom, I'm going to remove the stroke and the filling I'm going to make black. Now I'll select my first eclipse, my circle, remove the inside of it, the center color, which was white. So in a stroke, I'm going to make white. Again, something's happened here. So I'm going to stroke, increasing this to 2 points. That's fine. Now I'm selecting the element and hitting the enter on my keyboard. I'm resetting all this to 0 and making sure that the first one will be 13 pixels away, and I'm clicking the copy button. Now that I've got the second one done, I'm hitting enter again, and again copy button, another 13 pixels to the right. Now second one, I want to change the color of the stroke to this light blue. Third one will stay white, but I also need some a dot in the center, so I'm clicking anywhere within the document. This one will be 2 pixels by 2 pixels. If I select it and move it to the center of this third one, change the color to white, and here we go, 3 buttons are ready. So now I'm going to the layers panel again. I'm removing the background, sorry, not this one. I'm removing the background which I've created here. Go into File, Save for Web and Devices. Now we want this to be PNG 24. Click Save, and we're going to save it to our downloads. Actually, we're going to save it to our downloads folder for the time being. We're going to call it whatever it is at the moment. Untitled 2 is absolutely fine. Okay, so now let's open Photoshop. Import the image to the Photoshop. So we go to our downloads, Untitled 2, and there we go. That's fine. Now I'm going to create a new document in Photoshop, which will be 39 pixels by 13, and I'm going to call this document Gallery Buttons. And hit OK. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Maybe that's a little bit too much. Okay. Select this image from the document which we've imported from Illustrator. Move all these elements to this new document. If I go to the layers palette, unlock the background layer and fill it up with the black color to see these white elements. Move the circles a little bit to the left, and everything's aligned, everything seems fine. So now I'm removing this background layer, and in Photoshop, Save for Web, PNG 24, transparent, and we obviously need to save it. Save it to our downloads again as Gallery Buttons, and that's all done. Now if we open our editor and our downloads folder, open images structure, let's move our gallery buttons to the structure folder, and that's our gallery buttons ready to be used within the CSS file.